You know? Do me a favor. On Mr. Rivera, you take Lot Brooks off, please.
Yes.
Yeah, right now, please. Do you have a lawyer, Mr. Rivera?
No, sir.
Let me express how upset I am at this case, at how long it's been going on, and how much drama this has caused. You are now ordered not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs, unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to put a GPS monitor on you so I know where you are at all times. I'm now also giving you a curfew of 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. If I find that you consume alcohol or illegal drugs, I will revoke your bond. No. Let's do this. Do you mind appointing her a lawyer now, please, so we can once and all, just take a seat for me in the chair box, man. You're not allowed to leave. You know, it may not be today. It may.
Pause here. Notice what the judge just said. Even without a lab report confirming whether the substance was marijuana or legal hemp, the admission plus circumstances are enough for probable cause. That's a critical legal standard the bar is. Much lower than proof beyond a reasonable doubt. Do you think that's fair? Or should hard evidence always be required before moving forward?
It may not be tomorrow. It may not be next year. But one day, you're going to look at this day and you're going to go, why did I not make it work? You're in the PTI program. You've now been removed because of all these issues that we've had. You've now worked out an agreement, and what you need to understand that this DWI is going to go on your record. It will be there for the rest of your life. It's even there after you die. This is extremely important because if you're ever in a car and you get pulled over and you have the smell of alcohol, you have the smell of marijuana, anything funky, an officer, the first thing they do is they're going to look at your record. If they come up to your car and they smell funky, it's probably not going to go well. You need to understand that from now on, you will be facing a minimum of 30 days in jail. Any new cases that you pick up. Do you understand?
That's right.
You give up a lot of rights by entering this agreement, Ms. Rivera. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers, the right to be arraigned, charged read to open court. If you are not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you accept this agreement, this isn't like Target, you can return it. It will go on your record. It will be there forever. Do you understand?
That's not.
You need to understand one more thing, that you're allowed to make mistakes. But when you endanger other people's lives repeatedly, there are extremely serious consequences. When you pick up a second DWI, what your lawyer asked me to do, he asked me to do two things. The first thing he asked me to do was to roll your court costs and to take off the DPS supervisory fee. The DPS supervisory fee in and of itself is $3,000, not to mention the court costs, which are another $400 to $500 on the first. You pick up a DWI second, you're looking at a minimum of around $6,000 in fines and fees. Do you understand? I'm going to waive your fines and fees today. But if you pick up another one, get ready. Do you understand? For $50, $40, one button can get you a car to take you wherever you want to go in the city. It's a geographical oddity where it's $40 wherever you want to go. Don't matter. Use Uber. Do you understand? Me, I'm now going to suspend your license for a year. Do not drive at all. The other thing he asked me to do was to waive this so that you have no license suspension. With all the issues and the fact of this now, no, I am suspending your license for a year. Do not get into a car. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
We're not asking for much. All we want our streets to be safe. Every single day someone dies, and it's just not fair. Don't kill anyone. How do you plead to the offense of driving while intoxicated? Guilty or not guilty? How do you plead to the offense of driving while intoxicated? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
I'm going to find you guilty. I'm going to sentence you to 24 days in jail. I'm going to give you credit for the 8 days that you've done. I'm going to waive 3,400. What is it?
Sorry.
That's okay. I'm now waiving $3,475. Do you understand? Good luck, man. Thank you. Thank you.
I'm approaching on Hunter.
On who?
Hunter. He's got,
Paycheck Hunter?
I'm sorry.
Okay. Is he here?
He is here. He has a BVR, but before we address the BVR, can I ask you to hear PC?
Haven't I already found PC?
You have, but there is a disconnect between what is in the DIMS and what the body camera shows.
I can't get into that now because that gets into more than just, you know what I mean? That we would do for like a suppression.
Wow, just 18 years old and already facing a weapons charge tied to drugs. The fact that the gun was found inside her purse pretty much seals the deal for probable cause. Imagine being her age and hearing a judge lay down conditions that could literally decide your future. What would you say if you were standing in her shoes right now?
But when you start getting into evidentiary things, like that gets into more outside of a scope of, because I have to give them the opportunity to respond to that too.
So I spoke with the state about this yesterday. And I don't know what has come of that.
I mean, I want to be fair to you guys, right? And when at a PC hearing, when someone starts getting into body cams, into videos and
My point, Judge, again, I'm relatively new to the court, so I don't really know how, what the court policy is on that, so
I'm always happy to rehear PC something on anything. But when you get into using evidence into a PC hearing, like, I guess that defeats the purpose because it's just supposed to, on its own, there's either PC for the PC hearing
Well,
or
even-
there just isn't.
On the face of the DIMS, I'm going to argue there's no PC. This case was charged as having a gun in plain view. The officer in the DIMS, what he swore to, the gun was between the driver's seat and the center console. If it's between,
Well, it was like the butt of the gun was visible, right? If I
yes,
remember?
but that, it has to be immediately apparent that it's a gun. And the reason I want you to see the body camera is within the first 2 minutes of the officer approaching the car, he asks Mr. Hunter if he has a gun. Mr. Hunter tells the truth and says yes. And the next thing the officer says is, "Where is it?"
I need to give them time to look at it though, you know? I mean, to be fair,
Okay.
both sides have to have the opportunity to look at what you're complaining about, that there's no PC, because they haven't had the opportunity to look at what you're saying. So me would be me allowing you to get into evidence where they've not been able to see it.
But it's their body camera.
I know that, but they're not prepared now. I mean, imagine we have 100 cases every day, you know? And it's just kind of like springing it on them. Hey, by the way,
here's what we can do, Judge, and this is okay. We get a setting for hearing.
So-
We want to have, because anything body cam, I'd like to at least have an officer explain it.
Okay.
I think it's unfair to the officer to have just his body cam played in court without any kind of context. But what I will do is I will look at the body cam as well. We will look at the body
Okay.
cam as well, evaluate it.
I'm always happy to, but I want to be fair to them
Okay.
too, you know?
So this case is set for trial, I believe, on March 18th. My concern is that Mr. Hunter does have an allegation of a bond violation. And if he goes back in and there's no PC, he's being held on a case where,
PC's been found. I
I-
found PC. There is probable cause to go forward now. You're just saying, in your opinion, that there's no, after further looking through the evidence, so you're saying he's not guilty, right? But there is probable cause to go forward. I found probable cause. You're just saying that he's not guilty because, you know, the video cam may not the video may not show what you think they're alleging.
Okay,
But, you know, regardless, come up, Mr. Hunter. He's testing positive over and over for meth.
no, he missed a drug test on the 18th.
Come on.
And if you send in a test today, he will be clean.
I'm sending you for a test right now. I want to know what, if anything, is in your system. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
It's now 11:30, so I guess we'll have to put it off for Monday,
Okay.
but, where did I see somewhere that was alleged that there was meth or?
That was his first drug test back in,
Okay.
I
So he
don't-
was just a no-show at that.
Yeah, he
Okay,
just-
I'm sending you for a test now, Mr. Hunter.
okay,
So if it's negative, great. If it's not, we'll deal with it when we get there. But
Okay.
I'm sending you for a test now. If you ever fail to show again, I will put you in jail. Do you understand?
sir.
You know better than anything. You have to show up to these tests. You know. Okay, so just have him take a seat. I'll have him sent and then
Okay.
we'll roll to Monday.
and this case is set for trial on the 15th. The state has already filed, I think, their pretrial motions. Is there a way we can move it up and we'll waive the 20 days?
It's, you speak to them. I'm
Okay,
happy to do whatever you
I
want to
just
do
don't
as long
know
as they're
what trial
in
dates you
agreement.
have.
Sorry?
I just don't know what trial dates you have.
Ramona's back there.
Okay,
She can tell you.
Okay.
But, you know, if we're going before, you need to get their approval.
okay.
As far as, you know, waiving any kind of
Well, if you were going
lines.
to be here next week, or if you were going to be out, there's no point
I'm
in
not going
asking.
anywhere.
Okay.
I never go anywhere.
You need a vacation, Judge.
All right. You ain't lying. Okay, so Hunter, take a seat. I'm sitting.
Okay.
Thanks, Sam.
Sit down.
Yes.
Good morning, Mr. Cooley. Mr. Cooley, you're charged with possession of marijuana. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir. So,
On February 21st, 2025, an officer observed a white Nissan Sentra without a front license plate. A traffic stop was initiated. The officer made contact with the defendant driver. The officer observed the odor of
Here's the turning point: the judge isn't just warning him, he's putting him on lockdown with an ankle monitor, curfew, and drug testing. 4 cases since January? That's a massive red flag. Judges usually give some leeway early on, but repeated violations kill your credibility fast. Do you think this defendant is headed toward redemption or an inevitable bond revocation?
marijuana. The defendant admitted to having a cigar blunt with marijuana inside the vehicle. A probable cause search was conducted. The officer observed an electronic scale in the front driver's side door panel, a full cigar with marijuana inside tucked near the passenger seat and center console, and a large plastic bag containing approximately 1.06 ounces of marijuana on the passenger floorboard. The officer found a box of sandwich-sized Ziploc bags and one separate Ziploc bag containing marijuana residue. The defendant was identified with his Louisiana ID.
can you run him to see if he has a Texas driver license, please?
Yes, Judge.
Mr. Cooley, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. So the only condition I'm putting on you at this time is you are not allowed to drive unless you have a valid Texas driver license and liability insurance in your name. Do you understand?
Sir.
If you do not have either, then you are not allowed to drive. And I'm making that a condition of your bond. If I find that you do, then I will put you in jail. Do you understand? Do you have the ability to hire a lawyer, or would you like to apply for a court-appointed lawyer?
Right, lawyer.
Okay, I need you to fill out an application for me to see whether you qualify. So Deputy Echigoin is going to give you an application. I'll have you fill it out. I'll take a look at it. Do not leave until you sign our bond conditions, though. Do you understand? Okay,
So nothing is copied.
so you do not have you don't have a Texas driver license.
So,
You're not allowed to drive. This is an affidavit that you're going to be signing with me today. I don't care what's going on in your life, Mr. Cooley. I don't care that you have to go to work. I don't care that the baby has to go to the hospital. If you don't have a license and insurance, do not drive. Do you understand? If you want to drive, go get a license, get liability insurance, and I will scream with joy taking this off for you. But until that point, don't. All right, I'm gonna have you swear to us that you're not gonna drive. I'll get you to Victoria for your, sign your reset, and then a deputy at your going will give you an application. All right, please.
An officer observed a white Nissan Sentra without a front license plate. A traffic stop was initiated. The officer made contact with the defendant driver. The officer observed the odor of marijuana. The defendant admitted to having a cigar blunt with marijuana inside the vehicle. A probable cause search was conducted. The officer observed an electronic scale in the front driver door panel, a full cigar with marijuana inside, tucked in near the passenger seat and center console, and a large
get an argument,
plastic bag containing approximately 0.016 ounces of marijuana.
You ready for it? All right, Judge, so in Texas, we can't distinguish between hemp and marijuana. The only thing that distinguishes it is the concentration of THC in the substance. We don't have a lab report. He could easily have said, hey, it's marijuana, and thinking it's marijuana, but if it's hemp, it's not illegal to have it. He could be under a mistake of fact or a mistake of law. So he doesn't know. He didn't give him, hey, here's a lab report of the substance that's in there. They don't have a lab report. They can't tell me if that's marijuana or if it's hemp, which is legal. It could be either one of those substances.
I think that there's probably a totality of circumstances, and not to mention the admission, that makes it enough for probable cause to go forward. Now, if the lab report comes back and there's something different, okay. But for probable cause purposes, I think that there's enough to go forward.
Without the lab, just being clear, we don't have a lab at this time.
I think that there's enough to go
Okay,
forward.
understood. Thank you, Judge. All right, have a seat, Mr. Cooley. I'm going to bring another client out for PC in a moment. I'll let.
Sure.
the other can-
How did she get here?
She had to put